do it. Okay, we're live. Cool. Awesome.
Yay.
So, hey, everybody. How's it going?
Hi, R1
Hello.
one watcher.
Yeah, well, our one watcher is me.
Hello, Mike, our viewer.
Yeah. I am our one viewer. I think. Does it even say one?
I don't know.
I don't know. Remember, like I said, James said he was going to pop in, so I don't know.
Yeah. All right, cool. All right, so we're here in the town of Ugrin. Your characters have spent the night, and it's morning-isk, maybe late morning. The first thing, well, how did everybody sleep?
Wonderful.
I'd say pretty good. I was really tired, so I took a nap, and then I went back to sleep, because, you know.
James is here, by the way. Everybody say hey to James.
Oh,
I already did. I said hi.
hello,
What's
James.
up, James? Welcome to chat. All right, cool. So, actually, could I get Maria to roll a Discern Realities?
Oh, God, already?
Okay.
And so it begins.
7. And that would be with
That's
your wisdom.
just straight 7, yeah.
Cool. So, in the night, you noticed someone or something leave the inn in the middle of the night. You couldn't make out what or who it was, but you did notice it, and found it to be a little odd.
All right.
That's just something that your character did throughout the evening. Beyond that, you don't know anything else. So, you guys are up. You have a little bit of the day before the evening arrives, and you go have your meeting with the gnomes. The professor is nowhere to be found at the moment. He's just sort of lost. Not that anyone's necessarily looking for him.
That's expected.
Right. So, is there anything you guys want to do during the day before the evening falls?
Maybe. Check my inventory real quick.
I am actually going to talk to Mist about the weird guy I saw earlier.
In the night?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll circle back to that because I want to do something too. All right. What's up, Maria?
What's up? Yeah, no, like, I was at work last night, and there was this really strange guy, just like... I'm not even sure if he was even a guy, really. He just walked up and left out of the bar. I don't know, he gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Well, no, you saw it like sort of like outside. Like you saw someone sort of leaving the inn in the dead of night in the shadows.
Okay.
Or something.
Yeah, he was just like leaving town. Like it's really weird to do in the middle of the night. Usually people just stay.
That's pretty weird. That's not good. We did just destroy a dragon. It could have been that werewolf guy. We need to keep an eye out for that.
We kind of also made an accidental gnome allegiance, so there's that too.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, so far they haven't been evil.
Except for this mysterious meeting that we're supposed to go to that I don't trust entirely.
Well, they said
Tonight. But they pay money, and that's what
They do, yes. We are greedy bastards.
Yeah. So, yeah. Anything else on that matter?
Sure. I haven't used this before. Port in a storm. When you return to a civilized settlement you visited before, basically you tell us how it's changed since we were last here. You know, like, I know we returned last night. Does that still count?
Yeah, okay. So, is there a role for that, or is it just something you have?
It's just something I have.
Yeah, okay. So, the caution tape and everything up is still up for the pet shop. Now that you're sort of woken up in the morning, there does seem to be more activity going with that. There's still seems like investigation that's going on. There is some buzz around town. Just people seem to be a little more, like whispers in the shadows and stuff. People are kind of talking with each other about this, that, or the other. So there's that. And there's talk, obviously, of the fire. People are sort of talking about the fire in the woods, and the mysteriousness of how it started. And
So mysterious.
yeah, and so that's going on.
Yeah, nobody knows how that happened.
Right.
Maybe it's the dragon. Fucking dragons.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you talk to anyone? I mean, you're sort of just like right around the inn. Are you walking around, or?
We're probably grabbing a bite, getting set up for the day, and
Cool.
people are probably drinking.
By the fountain, there's a paper boy, and he's sort of waving a paper, and he says, "Today's news, hot news. Get your news for the day." So, he's waving that around, and you've got you've got the smells of bread being baked at the local bakery, and people are setting up their wares for the market and everything. You can see the fire rolling at the blacksmith as he's firing up the kiln to start his work. So that's kind of what's going on around you, just in general.
Okay. Neat.
What was Miss gonna do this morning?
So Miss wanted to finish his breakfast beer and or mead, whatever they're serving this morning, and he wants to go to the blacksmith and see if he can't pick up some extras to his armor to maybe give him a couple more pluses on there.
Okay. So you head on over to the blacksmith, and he's got some stuff going on, but now he's sort of just a general blacksmith. This being a small town, he's not going to have anything fantastical. Now, what you have the spider silk armor, right?
Yep.
Right, and it's very lightweight but very rigid at the same time. Now, he can make some wares that match that in armor, but they're going to be heavier. They're going to be made of steel or iron. He doesn't have the capabilities of necessarily a magic user. But he has different types of armor you could buy things to swap out with for various purposes. He can make sort of general use swords. He could probably make something that had a +1 to attack on 10+. He's got an assortment of arrows and bows, sort of mid-level type stuff. He's also got daggers. He's got some axes. And he also, he's a general blacksmith. He's got some bowls and cups and things like that as well. He's got nails, that kind of stuff.
We need a house before we get bowls and stuff.
Yeah, maybe I'll just question him and ask him if he knows anyone that could provide the services I'm looking for.
Okay, cool. So let's roll on charisma and see how how receptive he is to you and your cloakedness.
All right. Oh God, that's a 12, buddy.
Yeah, he's pretty receptive. So he feels maybe almost intimidated, and maybe that's why he gives you the information. But he tells you that he can't match the things that you're wearing, but in the the town of Macratir, there are a lot of skilled artisans and things like that. They could probably outfit you with what you were looking for. It's a pretty bustling town with a lot of tradesmen of all types.
All right. Miss thanks him and moves on.
Yep. Cool. All right. Anyone else talking to people around town, visiting things, doing stuff? There's still, obviously, the quest board still exists, and
oh yeah, I'd like to go look at that. See if it's updated.
Yeah. Cool.
Let's pretend that we all agreed to meet at the board at a certain time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think we're all around the same general area too, because when you were drinking your breakfast beer, I was having breakfast and et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
It's a small town.
Yeah. Is Maria up to anything before the meeting time?
I guess Maria's gonna go ahead and tell the innkeep, that she may not be working for a little bit while she's going off doing this.
Okay. All right. What's Maria's relationship with the innkeep like?
Well, I work for... Is it a guy or a girl? Do we know that yet?
We don't.
Okay. We'll say it's a she then. And
okay.
I'll say...
What race?
Let's go with half orc.
It's half orc. Okay. Name?
Aaron, I guess.
With an E?
Yes.
Aaron the half orc. Cool. All right. So you tell Aaron the half orc. I assume half human, half orc.
Sure.
Cool. Okay. Because only half is orc, right? What is the other half? All right. Cool. So and humans, they're just breeders in general. It's like they can mix with anything. Who knows?
Yeah. That's why they're the most bards.
Yep. All right. So yeah. So
I'm an elf bard. Thank you very much.
So you guys have a pretty good relationship then? You and
Yeah, well, every time I leave town to go to McAteer, I still usually come back and end up working once I get back. I mean, my adoptive mother is under the employ of her, so.
right. Cool. All right. Cool. Yeah. Aaron understands obviously that you're you go do what you do. So then you guys head off to the message board. Then, does anyone do anything else before you meet the message board?
No.
Nope. All right, cool. So you arrive at the message board. And you see some quests that are familiar. You see there's still a request for the spider lily. The quest for taking down the gnomes is still up. And added to that is it's a quest to aid the local law enforcement. They're doing an investigation into some the what's going on with the pet shop, and they're looking for additional help in that investigation.
How much are they asking? I mean, paying?
It says price negotiable, so they don't have a price listed actually.
Oh, okay.
I don't trust that.
Yep. Well, it's government, right? So.
You'll get stiffed pretty hard.
Yep. And then there is one other quest on the board. What is that quest? Does anyone have an idea about what that quest might be?
A rare flower.
Didn't we already do that one?
Did we do a rare flower?
What is the spider lily?
no,
We still have, yeah.
The spider lily.
Oh, we did.
Well, the missing cat's back up
Oh yeah,
there.
the missing cat poster. Is
Yeah,
still
that one's up there. Ooh, how about Wolfman scene?
Yeah, I feel like it's got to be something about the werewolf.
Okay, so there's a strange
Wolfman.
like a monster hunt, basically.
There you go.
Yeah, there's a quest up there for a monster hunt. The one about the monster hunt actually has a lot of like sort of notes written on it, like ridicule and stuff, because the people in this town don't necessarily believe that werewolves are even real. I guess possibly.
People in this town are super unobservant.
Right. I mean, werewolves aren't necessarily a common thing. So yeah, people have sort of written funny notes and put drawings all over that because they think it's
There's probably penis drawn on it.
Yeah.
You see one note that's signed by the professor.
Yeah.
It's like, this is horse malarkey.
Yep. So, let's see. One second. All right, cool. So, y'all do anything with that, or y'all just like leaving that alone for now, or what's going on?
I actually think maybe the helping with the investigation, whether it pays or not, could be a good idea.
Yeah.
Only because we could misdirect them. Because you know who started that.
We don't really know about the pet shop, except that we were in the pet shop and then things happened at the pet shop.
Yep, that's true.
And secondly,
They give us more gnome details.
yeah, that's
We
also
could.
true.
It could also point us to who actually killed them, and I'm just saying we were in there, and it may point to us. And we don't want that to happen.
We really don't. I'm thinking about that, and I'm also like thinking about what's going on with the guild hall, and like.
By the way, Maria doesn't know anything about y'all being in the pet shop.
Right? No, huh?
Cool.
Oh well, Maria does know.
Well,
Yeah,
do you guys fill Maria in about anything, or is this just
I
like?
think she probably just
Yes,
overheard us arguing
we
about
fill her in on everything.
Yeah.
Well, how much? Right? I mean, what exactly do you?
We went in to get a pet. Asked him about this chicken dragon because Maria's going to find out as soon as we go back to the the calving because it's there.
Yeah.
And then everything went a little wild, and we left everyone fine.
Yeah.
And then we found out that the owner was completely murdered.
Okay. Right.
Along with all the pets.
Right. We have no idea what happened.
So the only
Yeah.
only things that survived were Gilbert and Brucey. Brucey the bat.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Do we want to do any of that, or do we want to just meet the gnomes tonight and see what they're going to pay?
Well, I mean, is there something that you think that we could get done before then? Like, can we go find this flower before we're supposed to meet them?
Well, to be fair, we could technically go, like, kind of help the law enforcement, because I doubt that they would expect us to just find it out in, like, a day.
That's
We
true.
could get some information, and then
We
later
get
that
started,
still
yeah.
talk to the gnomes.
Yeah.
We could also go find the cat for another silver.
10 silver, and it's 10 silver that we could just be like, when he goes to get his purse, it's like, hey, can we get some of this for the guild hall? And then find out how much he actually has. And then rob him.
The professor will fall asleep. We'll just take it out of his pocket.
It's fine, yeah. Great,
I don't
now
know,
we're
Mike.
fleecing the elderly.
Is there anything on there that we would know that wouldn't take super long, so we would have time to meet the gnomes tonight?
No, yeah, you don't know how long any of that take. I mean, you could certainly start a quest to meet the gnomes and go back to it or whatever if you wanted to. That's up to you. Or you just
I'm
leave them there
entirely
and make it
down
up
for
later.
talking to the law enforcement in the morning and then the gnomes at night.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go meet the gnomes and then we'll do
Misdirect
the
the
quest
police.
later.
Okay. All right.
Oh, okay, well.
All right. So, do you have any more tasks you want to undertake between now and the evening?
All right, let me check my mid. I got enough of that. Got enough of that.
Well, while we're wandering around and we've decided not to do a quest, I think that would I be discerning realities if I wanted to see if any of the shops had anything that would be useful for a bard?
No, you can just walk into shops and see what they got.
I am going to, before we walk off, put a T-Rex pamphlet on the post board.
Please do.
In name of our lost comrade.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool.
And I'm still carrying the axe, so that when we get back to the guild hall, we'll put it in a place of honor.
All right. All right. So,
Put it next to the snack bar and call it Axis Snacks.
Right.
I've got a cat behind me.
I see that.
Yep, sure do.
Yep.
There's like this crazy black snake-looking thing popping over your head.
All right.
Great.
Cool. So time passes, and it's the evening, and it's sort of time for you guys to sort of visit where the gnomes are back at their sort of lodge, logging cabin thing. So let's go there. Let's click on the things and go to the place that we will be from. Click on. Cool. So, nope. Stop. We are going to be here. So, can y'all see that on the map?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you arrive. It's the evening, and you sort of arrive where the cabin is, and you sort of read it out front again by sort of what seems like to be the head gnome, and he invites you in, right? So you enter the logging operation, and there are certainly logs all over the place. You do see sort of hanging in the back from the ceiling this very odd device. You've seen something similar to it before. You could recall that the professor had one, and he called it a smelloscope. But this one is much larger. This is a much larger version of the smelloscope.
Okay.
Does anyone say anything about this? Do you mention anything about it?
Yeah, I'd like to inquire what they're smelling with it.
The guy in charge is, oh, this? You know what this is?
I actually know the person who invented it.
He says, really? I would love to meet said person. We actually unearthed this. It was buried in the mountains to the north, and we found it. And while it doesn't have any practical applications as it is, the technology used to build it is just extraordinary. In fact, it is the basis of many of our researches.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, so he beckons you in, and he says, we started off as sort of just regular loggers in this town, but we as gnomes have always had an interest in science and technology, and we know that logging is not the future for us. It's just what we do in order to support what we've got going on. He says we recently started breeding these chicken dragons, and he says the reason we're breeding them is because the chickens or dragons are very high in protein and nutrient, most more so than a chicken is. And if they can breed the perfect combination of the chicken dragons, and they actually have a name for them. They call them there's a word somewhere. Where is it at? Wyverns. So like the word wyvern and the word hen.
Wow.
Wyverns. Wyverns. So anyways, these wyverns that they make, they said it could be the next cash cow for them, so to speak. But they're very they're very hard to bioengineer, and they're very unruly and hard to tame. They said they're going to be using the items that you brought them from the dragon to help their research. But he says they're very valuable commodity, and they're very valued research, and that one was stolen from them. And one of the things they definitely want help with is they want you to find the missing wyvern, and then also the people that stole it and bring them to justice. And then they said one of the other things that they really need help with right now is that the local government has been overtaxing them. They say they keep coming by and demanding more and more taxes, and it becomes a consistent problem. And that they want to send a message to the local guard unit that they're not going to basically bow to their authority. But they as gnomes just don't have the strength or the power to do that, being small and more academically inclined. So they wondered if you wouldn't be able to basically just help tell the guards to back off.
So the guards are trying to extort them?
That's what they're saying, yeah.
That's not good.
Yeah.
That also makes me worried about the guards pinning that old crap on us, too. I would like to step away and speak with my group out of earshot from the gnomes.
Okay, yeah. They say take the time you need and discuss it and let us know.
Yes.
All right, so finding the chicken dragon. That'll be an easy quest, wouldn't it, Melody?
I think that honestly, I think that whoever took it, it probably would be found out in the middle of the woods, away from whoever took it. Or if we found whoever took it, instead of the gnomes having to deal with all that, we could just kill them, very quietly, and
Sounds like a good idea. Let's go to negotiate a price.
We need a good price, because we need our guild hall.
Yep. All right, so we're going to walk back to the gnomes, and we're going to ask the gnomes how much they're willing to pay for us to dispatch and find their lost wyvern.
Yes. So they say, if you could return the wyvern to us, we'd be willing to pay upwards of 50 gold for that.
Shit.
It's a very valuable commodity.
Okay, we'll keep an eye out for your wyvern hen.
How much upon return of the wyvern, and how much for killing? 50 altogether?
Yeah, 50 altogether. I mean, the hen is the most important thing. I mean, killing people is good, but the hen is...
Well, we don't know where we'll find it.
All right.
Yeah.
How about 50 if we can find the hen, and another 10 if we can kill the people that did it?
They say you'd have to bring back proof of their death.
Okay. If we can't bring back proof, it's just 50?
Yep.
All right, cool.
All right.
All right,
Yeah.
we're off.
And then, well, as you leave, they say, and about the other thing?
Law enforcement?
We will look into it. How much are you willing to pay if we can get them to step off of you?
If you can send a clear message and ensure they're not going to extort us anymore, we could easily pay you, let's say, 5 gold a month for every month they don't come to collect taxes.
Done. All right, we'll look into both problems.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Pleasure doing business with you guys.
Yeah, they say, oh, thank you. We look forward to our continued partnership.
Tiny handshakes all around.
Yeah.
All right, so we're out.
Cool. So, where do you go from here? It's still the evening.
While we're still in town, I think that we should go to the guard shack and at least see if we can maybe talk our way, because we kind of have made some bonds or know of at least the ones that would probably be extorting them.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
All right, so...
And, we don't want to arouse suspicion and find the chicken dragon a little too soon, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, well, I mean, listen, your chicken dragon is a day's ride away and then another day's ride back. It'll be 2 days before you can even return the thing.
Still. We're right here at the guard shack.
Yeah. So, let's see. So you want to go to the guard shack. Do I have a close look at the guard shack anyway? Maybe? Don't know what to do. Here we go. Yeah, here we go. So, here we are. Guard shack. So the guard shack's here. Are you going in the evening still?
We're headed over right after we get our assignment.
Okay, alright. Let's see.
And as we're walking over, I think we'll discuss strategy. I think that because we have people that have ties to the underbelly of this area, I don't know if we'll talk about like favors or, exchanges. Maybe Maria can offer her poisoning expertise at times, or
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite possible.
Yeah.
Either way, I think we need to be careful because they could easily just get us kicked out of this town.
They could.
They are the law enforcement after all.
Alright.
But we have things on them too.
So you arrive at the guard shack then?
Sure.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, you arrive at the guard shack as you walk up. A couple of guards outside. Now they obviously know Maria.
Yeah.
Yep. And so one of the ones at the entrance, one of the two guards at the entrance, says, "Oh Maria, who are your friends?"
This is Melody and this is Mist. They're friends of my mom's.
Okay. It's like, oh, Fluffy. How is Fluffy?
She's good, still working.
Says, She says, oh, is she working right now?
I don't know, I haven't been at the inn all day.
He rubs his chin and he just sort of ponders for a bit. And do you guys walk in?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, so you walk in. You walk into the guard camp. And who are you looking for?
Maria, you kind of know the ins and out. Who's the one who'd be extorting the gnomes?
I guess we'll look for the shady lieutenant that I mentioned earlier.
All right, cool.
Mr. Middle Ground.
Yep.
Yeah, like the higher up bad guy. Well,
Yeah. So you walk into sort of the main tent where where a lot of them are sort of hanging out, and you find him. You find the lieutenant. Does he have a name? He must have a name.
Carlson.
Carlson, Lieutenant Carlson. All right, cool. Not Lieutenant Dan. All right, cool.
Lieutenant Dan Carlson.
So you find Lieutenant Carlson. Lieutenant Carlson is he's a dwarf. So just heads up. So you find Lieutenant Carlson. What do you say to him?
Hey, Lieutenant Carlson, can we speak to you in private?
He looks at you and says, "What's this regarding, Maria?"
Something a little on the nose.
Says he kind of looks around and he says, "All right, meet me in the cafeteria tent. Basically, it's because it's past time to eat or whatever. So there's another tent just to the side right here. Yep. You can meet in. And so, do you guys head over that way?
We sure do.
Sure. So yeah, it's moments later, and it's just the three of you and Lieutenant Carlson. What do you say?
So we were here to inquire about you or somebody in your group extorting certain people. Do you know anything about that?
He says, "Oh, this is about those GD gnomes, isn't it? Those bums won't pay their taxes." He says, "We've tried everything we can to get them to pay, and they won't do it." He says, "This is the last thing I need, especially when I've got this investigation underway for the shop owner as well."
How about you give us a couple of months and we'll make sure that they pay? How much do they owe you?
Currently, they owe us 200 gold in back taxes.
Wow. How about you lay off them for a bit and we'll work on that problem for you?
He says, "What can you possibly do?"
Well, let us try. Worst thing that can happen is you won't get paid, but the best thing that'll happen is you will get paid. It's a win-win for you.
He says, "Look, man, I got my boss breathing down my neck. If I don't produce something in the next week or so, it's gonna be curtains for me."
I'm gonna be like, Melody, seduce him.
We got two girls in the party.
Ooh.
And one of them is
Fade to
skilled in
black. I'm
poison.
sorry.
No, not that. But we have someone that's skilled in sleep poison. But I think that what was said may actually be of some use. If you'll excuse us, we would like to discuss some things outside the tent for a second.
He says, "All right, well, I don't have long."
Okay, we'll make it quick. So he brought up about helping with the shop owner.
Yeah.
Well,
So
right now he just mentioned that he's got that. It's another problem he has to deal with.
If we could produce someone that's not us that is responsible, then maybe we could negotiate that as like the payment, and like basically say that it pays off their debt, or at least pays off a good portion of it and keeps them away for a few months.
Could try.
Because it seems reasonable, and we don't know how much they would be willing to pay us.
We scratch his back, he scratches ours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can try it. Let's go
I
back
think
and
it's reasonable.
give it a try.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. We head back inside the tent, but because I'm not a thieves guild, I'll let them do the talking.
All right. So what do you say to him?
Give it a go, Maria. You know him better than us.
Lieutenant, if we were to help you with your investigation, pro bono, no payment, would you maybe be willing to let the gnomes off a little lightly?
He says, Why in the world would you want to help the gnomes?"
They seem like nice people.
He says, "They are not."
They seem like my height.
Says, look, Maria, I've known you for a long time, and man, have I known your mother for a long time. But
Okay,
Anyway.
we'll put a pin in that.
he says,
They're
look, I'm going to
catch-
warn you now. You don't want to get in with those guys. They're nothing but bad news.
So is that a yeah?
Says, look, I'll gladly help you with if you can help me out, with this investigation and produce the thing. It certainly would take some heat off of me. I mean, I could probably, I don't know what your purpose is, but maybe buy you a month, But those gnomes, they got to come to heel.
Do you know how much the payment would be if we were able to help with the investigation? I know they said negotiable, but because you have more of an in, do you have any idea about what that would be?
He says, well, right now I'm not in a position to offer you any cash. I'm sorry, the funds are low for us here in the guard unit. But what I can offer you is an audience within the castle walls in the royal court. There's a lot of jobs in there and a lot of things they could pay out handsomely, and I could grant you an audience within those walls.
That sounds wonderful.
That sounds pretty helpful.
But he's not offering both. He's not offering you that and like alleviation from the gnomes. So
You've given us a lot to think about.
All right, can we come back and talk to you in about 2-3 days about this?
he says, well, I guess so. I'll just keep working on what I can.
Okay.
I'll be paying the gnomes another visit in a day or so.
Okay.
All right.
Right.
Let's go back to the cabin.
I mean, that's kind of the option we have right now. Because if they could only buy us a month, that's like nada. That's
Yep.
nada.
We need to get as much money out of the gnomes as we possibly can.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, that also means we could bring him to justice. We still have the gnome quest too for 50 gold.
Mm-hmm.
We helped them, and then we hurt them.
All right. So you guys
Anyway.
are planning to head back to your guild home.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, cool. All right. Do you travel through the night, or do you?
I'm not afraid of nobody. Let's go.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Sure.
All right. Let's back out real quick.
While we're going through real quick, I'll just add that if they want to be like, well, you didn't help us with the other problem, just be like, look, we thought that the chicken was more important, so we went looking for your chicken. We were going to deal with the second thing secondary, and then totally fleece them.
Well, I'm sure those things will maybe work.
Or not, but we'll see.
All right, cool. So you start heading through the night from Yugen back to where the guild is. But obviously at night things are not as safe as they would normally be during the day. As you're traveling, are you using the roads, or how are you traveling?
I mean, roads would be fastest, wouldn't they?
Right. That makes the most sense.
Yep.
Cool. So you're traveling along, minding your own business. You're probably about halfway there. You've been traveling for, we'll say, about 10 hours at this point. And it is sort of the dead of night. We'll say it's close to midnight. As you are traveling through the road, suddenly out of the darkness steps two figures. They're traveling on the road as well. Very large, very cloaked, very hooded. You see them on the road before you. Do you do anything?
I'm gonna duck into the tree line.
Mist is gonna walk straight down the road.
Cool. So as you're walking by, one of them bumps Mist in the shoulder. What does Mist do?
bumps me in the shoulder.
Yeah, like his shoulder just like gruffly hits your shoulder.
I say, watch where you're going, buddy. Plenty of road for the both of us.
He turns back to you. You're kind of a snort, and he says, "Watch where you're going, puny human."
While this is happening, I would like to rub some oil of Taggart on one of my crossbow bolts.
Okay. All right.
That's a minotaur.
And then the other one stops and turns, and he shoves Mist.
Oh, fuck. Miss, don't play that game. Mace is gonna kill this thing.
All right. So, 1 second. All right, cool. So, the one bumps you, talks to you. You talk back to him. You know, he shoves you. The other one shoves you. Then what happens?
I go to cut the arm off the one that shoved me.
All right, cool. Let's roll.
Alright, so plus dex. That's an 8. So that's happening.
Okay, cool. Roll for some damage.
It does a 3. Yay.
All right, cool. So we do some stuff. Where do you cut him?
Across his forearm.
Yeah, so you get a nice slash across his forearm. It cuts some of the fabric off his arm. You see a very massive forearm coated in some like brown hair / fur, and you see the light as it hits his eyes, and you see 2 horns just peeping out of the hood, and a snout, and he after you come across the forearm, he takes his head and his horns and headbutts you. And then you're going to take some damage from that. So, what do you take? 6 damage, minus your armor. As he headbutts you in the process. Melody, what's up?
All right. Well, it looks like we're doing this shit. So, always.
Just in the background, Melody's like, "Oh, it's on!"
Yeah. It goes to 11. I pull out my loot. I start making noise with it. That's an 11.
Who's this on?
This is to the one that got his arm slashed.
Okay. And what was your roll? You got an 11, you said?
Yep.
Cool.
Nearest ally in range. It's attacked. So I guess that's on my damage roll. Because it doesn't specify anything else.
Read that out to me.
It goes to 11. A crazed performance, a righteous loot solo, or mighty brass blast. Choose a target who can hear you. Roll charisma. On a plus 10, the target attacks the nearest ally in range.
Right, so he's gonna attack his friend, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So as he's just headbutted Mist, you play this performance, and it sort of slightly drives him mad, and he just starts throwing another punch just wildly, catching his friend across the face. His friend takes 5 damage, knocking his hood back, revealing this to be a Minotaur for sure. He, this one, looking bewildered from the hit to the face, just shakes his face, looking at his friend, and he says, "What the hell, Bill?" And Bill says, "God, sorry, I don't know what overcome me. Sorry. Oh." What's Maria doing?
Maria's gonna shoot Bill with her poison-coated arrow.
Bill?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's roll for that. Some volley.
Volley is on Dex.
Yep.
That's a 9.
All right, and then what's the? Yeah, just that. Okay, so
The oil of Taggart's gonna have it fall into a light sleep.
Yep. All right. And then go ahead and roll for some damage too, since you're shooting the arrow.
5.
Cool. Where do you hit Bill at?
Well, I assume he's facing away from me now because I just poked my head out of the woods.
Yeah. Well,
So I'm gonna say I hit him in the shoulder.
All right, cool. Yeah, so it hits Bill, and he immediately sort of just like drops to the ground. with face, on his stomach, face first, sort of asleep. And then his partner just kind of like wildly looks at the forest and isn't sort of in the general direction it came from, trying to see where it came from. What's Mist doing?
Mist is going to attack the one that's sleeping.
Okay. All right.
That's an easy hit there.
You'll get a +1. He's sleeping. Now his partner is beside him, right? So his partner is there, obviously, around his body. So, but you can take a +1 advantage because Bill himself is asleep.
All right. So roll 2d6 to see.
Yeah, 2d6 plus your strength, and then your
it
dex.
would be dex, buddy.
Yeah, your dex.
Yeah.
And then plus an additional 1.
All right, that'd be 9.
Right. Cool. You have +3 on your dex, but then you get another +1 on your roll, right?
Well, that's 8 already, and then 9 would be the one. Yeah.
Okay. And then how do you attack Bill?
I'm gonna stick him in his damn face.
Cool. Roll for the damage then.
Oh, that's an 8.
Dang. Yeah. So you won't kill him, but tell me how you stab him in the face.
I just thrust out real quick and try to get him right between the eyes, and I guess I catch a socket and don't go in, but go out and slice him around his head.
Yeah. Cool. So just as you're slicing Bill in the head, his partner there, seeing this happen, is once again just he directs his attention away from the forest now, seeing you stab Bill, and he grabs you by the scruff of your cloak and punches you in the side of the face, and you take 6 damage minus your armor.
Damn, man.
As he punches you, and he's sort of just holding you by your cloak. What is Melody doing while this is happening? Also, Bill wakes up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I would like to try to use the arcane arts so that I can get an additional damage for my next roll, and I get one more thing. The next time someone successfully assists the target will aid, they'll get +2 instead of +1. So,
Okay.
I fail at that.
Cool. So how does what do you do to activate your arcane arts?
Arcane arts is the singing, the other day when I was in the hole. So
you just start singing to the stars?
Yeah, sure. Like for assistance, and they said no.
Yeah. Cool. You start singing to the stars, and the other Minotaur, not Bill, takes Mist and just throws him at you. And so Mist hits you, dealing 5 damage as you both clamber to the ground. Maria, what are you up to? Oh, and Bill has stood up at this point. Bill is now standing and pretty angry.
She's gonna shoot Bill in the back of the head.
All right.
That's a 6.
Okay. So you go to shoot Bill in the back of the head, but it glances off one of his horns, and he, looking in your general direction, he pulls from within his cloak a dagger and throws it into the darkness in the direction of the arrow. It's a little bit of a lucky hit, but it does hit you. And so in the darkness, you're hit for 2 damage from this arrow as it sort of hits you. It's not a big hit because he's throwing it wildly, but it does catch you. In the meanwhile, Mist, you're getting up. What's happening?
Mist is really pissed off, so he's going to go at Bill again and slash his ass one more time.
All right.
Oh, that's a 13. He is going to be paralyzed after this.
All right.
That's a 5.
All right. So yeah, tell me where you hit him.
I'm going to get him on the other side of his stupid face. Try to give him another scar on the other side.
Okay. Yeah, so you slash him on the other side of the face, and your weapon activates, and he he sort of falls to his knees, and he's sort of just stunned there with sort of glazed look in his eye. Meanwhile, the other Minotaur, the nameless Minotaur, is like, "What is going on?" And he takes a few steps back. About that time, out of the woods, seemingly out of nowhere, a beast jumps on top of the other one and starts mauling the crap out of him. And it looks familiar. And he is going to take 6 damage as he's being mauled by this creature. What's Melody up to?
Backing away slowly. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my my funky little homemade crossbow and shoot the stun one point blank.
Okay.
Just give Bill one to the face.
You can just roll for damage on that because one's being mauled and the other guy's stunned. So you just roll for damage is fine.
3.
Okay, cool. So you shoot Bill, who's stunned. Where are you shooting him?
Just point blank in the face, just abusing the guy's face, because that seems to be the popular.
Cool. Yeah. It hits him sort of like right in the forehead, and the arrow sticks. It's just stuck in his forehead. Looks like maybe it's stuck into the bone. But it does bring him out of his stun, and he sort of looks over at his friend being mauled, and he's looking around. He's sort of panicked. He doesn't even know what to do right at this second. What is Maria doing?
She's gonna apply oil to another arrow.
Okay. All right. While that's happening, Mist, what is Mist up to?
Still trying to kill Bill.
All right.
And he's paralyzed right now, is he not?
No, he's unparalyzed because he got shot in the face.
Oh, that's right. Woke him up. Let's put him back under again real quick.
He's taking a lot of.
Yeah, that's happening.
Yeah, roll for some damage.
That's a 5.
Cool. Any chance you want to roll an additional D4?
Sure, why not? I'm already getting my ass beat.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a 4.
Nice.
Cool, yeah, you'll kill him. So if you want to tell me how that goes.
Good. I'm gonna run over there and I'm gonna trip on a rock and use my sword to brace myself, and I'm gonna put it right through his heart.
Right. So yeah, you stab him. You're right through the chest, and as soon as you do, he acts like he's gonna hit you, but then he just goes limp and slumps over. While that's happening, the other Minotaur who's being mauled manages to sort of wrangle the thing off of him that's attacking him, and throws it at you. And as it zooms by, it slashes you across the chest. You see that it is the werewolf that you fought once before. You don't have much memory of it, but you do remember seeing it in the cave, and you didn't know what happened to it. As it comes by and slashes you in the chest, you take 4 damage, and then it runs off into the woods after it slashes you. What is Melody doing?
Can I loot the dead Minotaur?
The other Minotaur is still active. You can loot him, but you will be attacked, I'm sure.
Well, I was talking about the dead one, but
You go right ahead and loot it.
Yeah, go ahead. Kill the one that I killed. See how Mist takes that.
So the other Minotaur though is completely active and like
Yes, if you bend over to start looting him, he will attack you. Because you will be prone, and he will get a free shot, no rolls, no nothing.
Okay, then I guess I'll probably have to attack that guy.
Okay. You have a problem, by the way.
Oh, sweet loot! No, shut up, dragon.
it's totally in my character. Metal Hurlant.
Okay.
I'm gonna start playing music to upset the Minotaur.
Okay.
Basically, just like make him upset. So that's a 10.
Okay.
And a 10 plus. 1d10 damage. All right. Ooh, that's an 8.
Cool. All right. So tell me how that happens.
When I play my music, it really starts upsetting him, and he's just like bleeding from the ears and like trying to like knock his head against the tree. It's upsetting him pretty bad.
Yeah, he lets out sort of a blood-curdling moo, and
Okay.
yeah, he's hitting his head trying to stop the sound, and there's some blood coming out of his ears. He's not terribly happy about the whole situation. Maria, what's happening?
Maria's gonna shoot the other Minotaur with the arrow now.
Okay.
With a 10.
Okay.
He is going to only take 1 damage, but he's going to be asleep now.
Yeah, so where does the arrow hit him?
While he's banging around in the trees, I'm going to try to aim for his chest, but he turns and then I shoot him in the hand.
Okay. Yeah, so he turns, hits him in the hand, and he stumbles a little bit and then just kind of falls over asleep on the ground. What is Mist up to as soon as he hits the ground?
Mist is gonna try to kill him.
All right, free shot. You can roll for damage.
Yeah. Oh, another 8.
Cool. Yeah, he won't die, but he'll come close. So tell me what you do.
I want to roll another d4 to open myself up.
Okay. Sure. Do it.
Oh, come on. Now I just clicked it. Oh, no, it's just 1.
Yeah. So you're gonna like double attack him, but it won't kill him. Tell me how the double attack though goes.
I'm going to slash his chest in an M shape.
Okay. So you double slash the chest and in an M shape, or I guess quadruple slash. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it does jolt him awake, and as soon as he wakes up, he swipes at your leg with his hoof, knocking you to the ground. You take 5 damage as you hit the ground, and he sort of springs to his feet, but he's like clutching his chest with one hand and sort of holding his head with the other from the pain, and he's still sort of got like an arrow stuck in his hand. What does Melody do?
I'm gonna beat him with a bag of kneecaps.
Okay.
That is a 7.
All right, and roll for damage.
That's a 2.
Cool. You're gonna kill him, but tell me how you hit him. Where do you hit him?
I smack him upside the head. I just like at this point, I'm just like I'm tired of playing. We just want to go back to the cabin, and I'm like looking at the stuff I have, and I have this giant bag of kneecaps, and I'm like, you know what? And I just rear up, swing him in the head like a bag of like a bar of soap and a sock.
Yeah, so you hit him with a bag of kneecaps, and you hit him with such force, the bag of kneecaps bursts open. One of them pops back and hits you in the face. Yep. You take just look 1 damage as it pops back and hits you in the face, and they scatter across the ground. But it does knock him out. You hit him, and his head turns to the side, and he just had enough, right? He falls over dead. But now the looks like the Minotaurs are vanquished for the moment.
Miss wants to loot Bill.
And I'll loot the other one.
All right, let's roll on some intellect.
Okay.
Some intellect, huh?
Yeah.
All right, that's a +1.
Okay, we're good.
I thought I was rolling.
All right, cool. And what did you get, Amanda?
Oh,
I got a 10. Just
Okay.
flat.
Okay, cool. So Melody is looting
Unnamed.
Bill. Are you looting Bill or the other one?
No,
I'm looting Bill.
it's Bill.
Okay.
I'm the other guy.
You're looting the other guy. As you're looting him, on the inside of the cape, you find a name tag and it says Gary.
I knew it. I knew it.
So you find you're looting Gary. Not a whole lot on Gary necessarily. You find he's got like just a little bit. He's got a dagger and a sort of just a standard make rapier. He's got about 8 silver on him, and that's what you find. It's nothing like spectacular or whatever. As you're looting Bill, Mist, you do find on him a scroll, and along with that, he's got about 50 silver on him, and then he's got a like a short sword, just a sort of regular standard military issue short sword on him.
All right. Anything in particular about this scroll?
All right, do you want to read it?
Yes.
Cool. Does anyone speak Minotaur in the group? And if so, how do you know it? We'll call it Tarian, their language.
I can say I do.
On what basis?
I was abandoned as a kid on the Minotaur side of the continent, so maybe I had to learn some.
Okay, so you speak some Minotaur.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's roll on intellect to see how much.
Cool. 7.
Okay, so you read a little bit. So you can't make out all of the information, but it definitely speaks of a meeting in Ugrin. You can tell it has something to do with trade and succession.
I'm going to relay that to Mr. Melody then.
Okay.
So,
Interesting.
Also, before we go, I would like to use Gary's cape to recollect the kneecaps.
okay, so you're going to fashion Gary's cape into a bag?
Yes.
Okay. Roll on dexterity to see how well you do that.
Okay, cool. That's a 9.
Okay, you make an okay bag. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's not going to win any fashion awards, but it'll serve purpose.
Utility, that's what I'm looking for
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. All right, cool. So, yeah, so you guys get together your stuff and your wares, and you keep heading on your way. Do you rest for the night, or you just trudge on through?
Keep going.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
We can rest when we're home.
Yeah. So, you travel for an additional 10 hours. It's about a 20-hour trip altogether. So, as you arrive, it's sort of late afternoon at the guild hall. Let's get that up and running. Guild hall, where are you? I know you're somewhere. Or not. Doesn't exist. Sorry. You don't get a guild hall anymore.
No. Free upgrade, right?
There it is. I found it. So, there we go. Guild hall. Guild hall there. Guild hall. I have too many things to update. I need like a secretary. Alright, cool. So, you arrive at the guild hall. Let's switch to guild hall music. Alright. So you arrive, like I said, it's a late afternoon at the guild hall. Do you do anything before entering the guild hall? Are you wandering around, or?
Miss wants to detect traps.
Okay. Alright, cool. Roll for that.
Sure. Let me find my roll here. That would be on my dexterity, I believe. Check that out. Extremely cautious. Yeah. Yep, it's on my dex. Alright, cool. That's a 10.
You detect no traps. Yeah. everything here seems pretty peaceful, normal as you left it.
Cool.
Now you've been gone for about 3 days now. So it's been 3 days since you left. You enter the guild hall itself. You find Gilbert just running around free inside the house, and you see Gorm. He's having a drink and laughing with this orc. Mist will recognize this orc. No one else will. This orc is Ted. Ted is Grigori's nephew.
Yep.
Yeah. So he's sitting there laughing and joking with Ted. And Ted sees you and he's like, "Oh my God, it's Mist. What up, bro? How's it going?"
Hey, you staying out of trouble, I hope.
He says, "Well, you know, I mean, I'm doing the best I can. Actually, the reason I'm here is because, you know, when Uncle Grigori died, I got his inheritance. You know, he left me a good bit of money. It was a little over 200 gold, and
Wow.
you know, I started a business. You know, it was a pretty good business. You know, I was raising these miniature manticores, and you know, but you know, raising manticores is hard. They eat a lot and they're really destructive, and you know, nobody wanted to buy them. I just can't figure it out. You know, it was the wrong market, it's the wrong time. But you know, I borrowed some extra money because I just couldn't keep it afloat, and then, well, couldn't pay it back, and so, you know, here I am. You know, there's some people looking for me, but here seemed pretty safe. So, you know, old Grom over here, he promised to take me in. So, you know, I'm hanging out. You know, it's kind of a sweet place you got here. It's real out of the way.
Yep. Sounds like you're up to your old habits.
You know, it's just, you know, some people just deals, you know, life just deals some people a rough deal. You know, you can't catch a break.
Oh man, how much gold you got left? You spend it all?
Oh no, I got nothing at all.
Of course you don't.
But he's like, but you know, this is a nice little sweet place. You got some developed land out here. You know, you could probably make a killing renting out some of this land to people.
This is our land. This is our land.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't know about this.
I mean, build a city around the new guild hall.
Yeah.
Yes, we're not giving up the land.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could, but like this open field that we're in is pretty much ours.
Yeah, that's.
So, and
There
then,
are other opportunities. There are other things.
then Gorm says, "Hush, Ted, hush. Nobody wants to hear your crazy ideas." And then Bruce is still in his cage. He's just hanging out, chilling. And Gilbert's just running around, sort of all crazy and stuff. But he seems to be friendlier than when you left. So, yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. And then, after sort of surveying the scene, Gorm says, "Where's Agnar?"
I'm gonna let Melody tell you. She looted him. It's her job.
He says, "What do you mean?" He says, "What do you mean she looted him?"
It's what he would have wanted.
He says,
He died valiantly in battle, and he asked me before he died to put.
Died, he exclaimed as you're talking.
We were on a quest to vanquish a dragon, and there was a drug-induced, crazed battle, and a lot of things went down that we didn't quite understand. And when the dust settled, Agnar was no more.
Just why were y'all doing drugs?
It was a biochemical weapon, if you will. It was a
It worked great, except it worked really good on us too.
It was drugs tied to a bomb that were, administered to the dragon and then rained down on all of us as well. But as he passed, he asked me to bring the axe as I pull it out of my bag, to put in a safe and well viewed place in the guild hall, and I'm honoring his last wishes.
Also, just noticing Maria for the first time, Gorm's like, "What is that?"
Hello.
He said, "Did you guys pick up a stray?"
Kind of.
I get huffy.
This is Maria. Maria, introduce yourself.
Thank you, Mist. I am Maria San Diego. I am a very loyal follower of Mist.
He says follower.
Yeah, it's weird, man. Don't ask.
So he kind of surveys things and he goes, "Alright, so, well, since you've been gone, not a lot's happened. The old Ted here showed up out of the blue, and, he's really taking a liking to this thing you brought, this Gilbert." And then Gilbert sort of runs over to Ted, and Ted sort of, pets him and pulls some, feed out of his pocket and gives it to him. And then Gilbert sort of, coos, and, a little smoke comes out of his mouth.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
Makes me so sad.
So what did you guys make fame and fortune while you were gone?
We made some deals.
We made interesting choices. I go check on Brucey and make sure he's okay and cuddle him because I know what we're about to have to do.
Just then, out of the back bedroom comes walking the professor.
Good news. I woke up.
Yep. So if we step back to the player level real quick, they couldn't find the professor when they woke up in the morning. It seems like through the night the professor sort of just traveled on his own back to the guild hall. Did he have a reason for this, or did he just wander here?
I mean, he is a werewolf now, though he doesn't know it.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah,
I'm gonna say he wandered off and he went slaughtering.
Yeah. So he wound up here at the guild hall, and you're there with Gorm the orc, and then Gorm the troll, and then also this orc named Ted, who is so the professor wouldn't know this, but Ted is the nephew of Grigori. He was they did a campaign where Matt's character was freed from the prison, and he was a part of that whole scenario. So yeah, Grigori's nephew Ted is here as well. Ted is here hiding out because he owes a lot of money to some people.
Ted's a deadbeat.
Ted is a deadbeat.
Yeah, he does bad things.
Yeah.
Just leans in real close to whatever player character is next to him. So, let's say Mist.
Okay.
It's do we like this one?
So.
You see, he starts to charge a little fireball in his hand. Just give me the word.
All right. So
and then I'm put it away.
So for you, Dylan, at player level, not character level, they met with the gnomes. Well, they went to the message board and to see if there are any new quests. In addition to the quest for the spider lily, which was still there, the quest to take down the gnomes, and then the quest to find the missing cat, which you had posted yourself. There was also a quest on the board for where did it go? Gotta find it. Oh, the local authorities were wanting help with the investigation of the death of the shop owner. And then also there was a monster hunt quest to find a monster that was in town. But the monster hunt quest, a lot of people in town viewed that as a joke because they didn't believe in monsters. So after surveying the board, they went and they talked to the gnomes. The gnomes said that they had some quests. Now, once again, the professor didn't see this, but when they were in there, they saw a very large smelloscope hanging from the rafters. And the gnomes said they found it buried in the woods to the north. And they said it was the basis for all of their scientific research. So they found that there in the gnomes thing. And the gnomes asked for help to find their missing chicken dragon, but they call them wyverns. So like wyvern and hen, wyverns. They're missing wyvern, and to potentially kill the people who stole it. And they also asked for help with they said the local authorities are trying to like overtax them, and that they wanted them to basically go intimidate them or stop them from collecting so many taxes. At which point in time, they went and talked to the local authorities.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Yeah, who basically said that they weren't overtaxing the gnomes. The gnomes actually owed about 200 gold in back taxes. We don't necessarily know who's telling the truth in this scenario, but this is just what each side is saying.
Gnomes lie.
Yeah.
It's in their nature.
And but so you don't know this as a character yet.
Yeah.
And then also the authorities were saying that they have other problems because the lieutenant they were talking to is dealing with the investigation of the murdered pet shop owner, so that's sort of where we're at. So the party has come here seemingly to collect the wyvern and take it back to the gnomes under the guise of having found it from the people who stole it.
So, real quick, 2 things to the party. Do we want to investigate the shop owner? Because before I set what my new prepared spell is, I have level 5 now. I can get contact other plane and we can just go, yo, shopkeep, what happened? Or I can prepare summon monster and we can be like, we summoned the monster! Then we kill it and then we turn it in for the quest. Wizards. I was the monster all along.
So well now, like I said, your character at this time doesn't know this unless they tell you any of this information, right?
Right.
True.
And the shop owner's dead. The shop owner was brutally murdered.
Would y'all like to pass that on and push me one way or the other on my spell? Otherwise, I'm going to prepare polymorph, and I'm just going to turn into something random and just wreak havoc.
Yeah, we'll relay that. Our plan was to get the chicken dragon or wyvern and bring it back and turn it in for the 50 gold and tell them we found it in the woods.
Yep.
So that was the plan for that.
Doesn't say what the monster has to be. I just summon a monster to help. Can I summon a wyvern?
No, because a wyvern is a genetically engineered creature.
Okay.
Yeah, they also said, once again on player level, they said that they were bioengineering the wyverns, but this is what they're saying, for the purpose of because dragon meat is very rich in nutrient and high in protein, much more so than like chicken meat is, and so they said they're bioengineering them to create this sort of sustainable like food source, and that's what their research is geared towards. And that it's a very, very valuable sort of like they don't want that research falling into someone else's hands, which is why they want it back so badly.
But when I bioengineer a race of subatomic supermen, I'm a crazy madman.
Do they scream "mom" at the top of their lungs?
I'm going to prepare contact other planes that may be relevant later. And the professor is going to put on his little slippers.
Okay.
So, do you have anything else you want to attend to while you're sort of in this area, hanging out, doing whatever?
I actually want to talk to Mist.
You want to pull Mist aside and talk privately?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
So, Mist.
Melody, would you
know-
like to be pulled?
I know that most thieves end up learning about one kind of poison or another. What kind did you learn?
I learned about golden root.
Do you think I could have a vial of that?
Okay, well, what do you have?
I have oil of Taggart.
Ah, the sleeping one. I have. I suppose I could give you a golden root one if you want to give me an oil of Taggart.
I'm fine with that.
All right.
I'm gonna turn around and apply that golden root to the chicken.
Okay.
I have good reasons for this.
Let's roll on that. Let's roll on charisma.
That's a 7.
Okay. Yeah, you apply it to the chicken, but he's a little resistant to, because he's not hanging out with you. He doesn't know you. So you're gonna take some scratches from the chicken in the process. You just won. So yeah, there you go. One
I'm
damage.
fine with that.
Yeah.
He just looked grumpy.
And then I'm gonna spend the rest of the night reverse engineering that. I can now create 3 doses of golden root whenever I have the time.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to sleep and heal.
All right.
Yeah.
So you guys are gonna stay the night here at the cabin then? Cool.
Yep.
All right. So is anyone doing anything during the night?
Hmm.
No, once I get done figuring out how golden root works, I just go to bed.
Okay.
I go to sleep, and
I am.
really, really quickly, like when it comes to the guild hall and stuff like that, do we put money down to start building? Can we like bargain materials? Like,
You basically need like the full cash in hand to get the construction
Alright.
started. Now might be a time to tally up. Like what are your resources? How much money do we have now?
How much money do we have now?
I think we need to set up a fucking like
guild bank or something?
joint.
Because here's the thing too, right? Like there's no way that like because Mist, you've got like I don't know 400 gold or something.
Yes, that's actually quite accurate.
Yeah. So, but there's no way you're carrying around 400 gold all the time, right? It's heavy.
Sure.
So you'd have to stash it somewhere, right? And none of us need to know where, but like you're not carrying it around. Like right now, you've got about 100 gold on you, and the other 300 gold is I don't know somewhere.
Right.
But yeah. So you guys, I mean, there's no way that you're gonna just carry around once you get to 700 gold. You're not gonna be carrying around 700 gold. It would weigh way too much. So you probably need to set up some sort of storage system or something.
Miss could do a stash like he's got his. I mean, he's kept his for this long.
Yeah, I mean, you can set up a trap or something too. I mean, that's entirely
Yeah, that's fine. You want to do that, guys?
Sure.
Yeah,
How
it's
much
a-
do we have?
And
I don't even
scoot
remember.
and circles around it.
We got a
So
couple silver
we-
for the cat, and we got 15 gold for
from the dragon.
right.
I'm willing
And
to throw in 5 of my gold just for it to be in
And-
there.
and we had what was left to us by Grigori.
Which was how much, Mike?
No, Grigori doesn't. You've not got anything. You don't have anything left over from Grigori.
I thought you
We
said
got the
that.
land and everything.
Yeah, and I also thought you said that he had some money left. That he
Gorm's got some gold.
Gorm. It was Gorm.
Yeah,
Sorry,
he's got his own gold.
there was some that he said he would put up for the guild hall.
Yeah. I want to say I'll have to go back and look. I have to
Okay.
listen, but I think he's got like 50 or 100 gold or something like that.
So, if you want to make a stash and trap it, the professor will offer to scoot in little circles around it and cast alarm while chanting angrily.
Now you also got 12 gold off of Agnar. I don't know if you're adding that to the pool or not.
Sure, why not?
I would
Yeah,
say that's up to Melody. It was
yeah,
I mean, Mist found 100 gold, but
I know.
Just keep me informed of what everyone's putting in there. I'm keeping tabs of it in my
All right,
notes.
so we got. I've heard 5, 15, and 12 so far.
so 32
So that's 32.
Yeah,
plus 5 silver.
yeah.
All right, I'm keeping tab on it too.
I have none.
Yeah. Well, that you know of.
If you
This
can
is
find
true. I
money,
have a whiskers.
I have a whiskers relief fund.
and then whatever we find out, Gorm was putting
Right, plus whatever Gorham was putting in.
Yeah.
plus question mark,
But
and that leaves me with like 1 gold, 8 silver, 16 silver. There,
Yeah.
sorry.
okay. So you're still pretty far away from your goal right now.
But we won't be when we bring the chicken dragon in.
Yeah.
No, we'll
We'll be
still be
much
pretty
closer.
far.
You're pretty far, yeah. You'll be a
You can
tenth
do
of
the
the way
monster
there.
quest.
Hey man, a 10th is better than not 10th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, so everyone goes to sleep then, and then you in the morning you decide to set this set a trap. Are you putting like a deposit box in the thing, or are you going in the woods and putting it out there? Where's this going?
Under the cabin,
Okay, so you're putting it under
like
floorboards,
a trap. Yeah, like a trap door, and then
Like
under
a
the
mini
cabin
cellar.
covered up. Yeah.
Okay. Now, are you like digging out a room, like a basement under the cabin, or is this like a hidey hole?
This is just like a hidey hole for now.
Okay. All right, cool. All right.
And
Right.
then I'll set a trap on it because I'm a trap expert. I can arm or disarm them.
Yeah.
And I will cast an alarm on it so that if anyone gets close to it, I get alerted.
Yeah. Roll for that though.
While you're setting up the trap,
That's a
Mist,
4.
what kind of trap is it?
Oh wait, sorry. 5.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You accidentally cast an alarm on yourself. Anytime someone gets near you, it makes a really annoying buzzing noise in your ear. That will persist. that will persist for like a day.
The
Oh my
professor just
gosh.
starts vibrating whenever you get close. He's on silent mode.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
That's called a seizure.
What's that, dearie? You're having a seizure. You should get checked out.
Okay, well, you should take a nap.
Nap time?
Yes, nap time.
Yeah.
Sleep. You cast sleep. You said the magic word. Oh,
did.
and that I get a 13 on.
Of course you do.
You go to sleep.
I roll critically. I will maximize my sleep.
Yes, you were well rested.
I'm gonna lean over to Melody and be like, does he do that a lot?
All the time.
Yeah. It's weird.
She said the words.
I did.
All right, cool. So you wake up the next morning, you do all your stuff, and you're sort of. Are you ready to depart then?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll give Brucey the pets and tell him he's been a good boy.
All right, cool. Roll Defy Danger.
Okay, sure. Oh, no.
With charisma.
Oh, okay. That changes things.
Only slightly failed.
7.
It's a 7.
Cool. He bites you, but it's just a nibble.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
he,
okay.
he doesn't break the skin or anything. He's still not sure about you. He
Just plain.
seems like Grigori though. But you know, Grigori's been feeding him for a couple of days now. So
Gregorius, huh?
not
back
Grigori,
from
sorry,
the dead?
Gorm.
Okay.
My bad. Too many
Yeah, he's
G's.
making a ghost.
So
What was that?
Since we rested, I'm going to swap up my high level spell again.
okay,
I have polymorph now.
all right. All right, so let's all right. So we are gonna head back to Ugrin then. It seems like.
Yeah.
Let's go back to world map. All right. So once again, about a 20-hour walk, run, whatever, travel. Let me get everyone to roll Defy Danger with your highest stat.
That's a 10.
There's a 4.
A 10.
10.
Okay,
You said highest stat, right?
Maria. something mildly horrible happens to you on the way. What is it?
She gets dysentery.
Go to the tree and pick your own switch. All right. What happened to you?
I'm just meandering about in the woods, like kind of following them, but kind of not. And say a dog jumps out and attacks me.
Okay. All right. It's
Is it the wolf?
No!
no. It's a Chihuahua. But to you, a Chihuahua is like a bigger dog.
Yeah.
Hunted into the sun.
So yeah, you kind of straggle behind, and this wild Chihuahua just like jumps on your back and sort of starts biting you in the back of the neck. And Chihuahua's not gonna hurt you a lot. You take 4 damage. 4 damage from the Chihuahua.
Max rolled. Yep.
Yeah.
DM rolls all today.
Yep. And then let me get you to roll Defy Danger again with some Constitution.
That's a 4.
Yeah, you may have contracted rabies.
Oh, delightful.
Yeah. So you might feel a little off, which could affect you in ways later on, until you're seen by someone or something. All right, cool. Anyways,
I'm a poison master. Could I see myself?
maybe, yeah. But you'll have to know that you're poisoned, so it might take a while before you know entirely what's wrong with you.
All right.
We'll let that stew for a bit. But in the meantime, we're gonna arrive back at Ugrin. You're gonna arrive in the evening. Well, no, you're gonna arrive. You left sort of what midday, so you'll arrive early the next morning. In Ugrin, if you've traveled all the way through the night. And again, the clicky things, and they're going to happen. Show up. Show me the Ugrin. There we are. Cool. So you arrive back in Ugrin after traveling for about 20 hours. What's the first thing you do?
Go turn the chicken dragon in for 50 gold.
Yep.
All right. So the first thing you do is head over to the gnomes in their little hut, as it were. So let's put our indicator icon here so people at home know where we're at. So here we are. Bam. You're here. And so you walk up, chicken dragon in hand. And no one comes to greet you. The doors are sort of shut. Do you just walk in or knock on the door? How do you approach?
Knock on the door.
All right. So you knock on the door and you walk in. As well, no, nobody answers. Sorry. What do you do?
I'm feeling a little agitated, so I'm just gonna walk right in.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you walk in, and as you walk in, the Lieutenant Carlson is arguing with the foreman. They're sort of yelling back and forth at each other, and Carlson's saying basically like, "You will pay, or we will shut you down." And the gnome's yelling like, "Your government's robbing us blind." Blah 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 blah. Rhetoric. Blah blah. What do you guys do as you walk in on this?
Well, we solved one problem. I don't know.
I'm gonna wave to where the gnome sees, but not lieutenant, and then just point at the dragon. Just.
So he sort of like, as he sees you, he sort of like looks kind of like to motion you to like, step outside or away or something.
Okay, and we do so.
Do you do so?
Sure.
Does everyone do so?
Miss does not.
I shuffle along.
Okay, so everyone leaves but Mist?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So yeah, you guys step out and Mist. Where's Mist at in the room?
Mist is going to just step in the corner somewhere and blend in.
All right.
Do you crouch?
Yeah. Let me get you to roll Defy Danger with Dex to see how well you blend in.
That's 14. I'm
Yeah.
invisible.
Yeah, you're basically unseeable. Yeah. So after the argument goes on for a while, a handful of gnomes ride up on some chicken dragons behind the foreman, and the lieutenant sort of gets a little, like, you can see he's getting a little nervous, and he says, "I'll be back in 1 day with the full might of the guard unit, unless you pay." And then he sort of like starts to storm out, and then he leaves, and he walks out the door. What are you guys doing?
Going back in to collect our bounty.
All right.
Do we burn it down for the insurance money?
So you walk in. This time, when the professor walks in, he sees the giant smelloscope hanging from the ceiling. What does he do?
He's gonna just point to it and go, "You found my invention! Where was it?"
The gnome foreman looks at you and he says, "Your invention? You made this? If you made it,"
Yes, it was to put those whippersnappers in their place.
if he says,
Did it?
he says, "If you made it, explain to me how it works."
Insert it into your nostrils and smell things at a distance.
He says,
Truly
"No."
remarkable.
He says, "No. Explain to me the inner workings. How does it work?"
Now, the professor is smart, I am not.
Yeah. No, you can just say the professor explains the science, right?
You know what? I am going to use Fount of Knowledge to spout lore about it.
Okay. Well, I mean, this is the information that the professor knows. You can just tell me that he tells him about how it works.
I tell him how it works, but it is like half gibberish, half actual science.
Okay.
Ah.
Okay. So, so the reason he's asking, right, from on player level, the reason he's asking is he just wants to verify that, like, you are the person who made it, right? Because he knows how it works. I mean, they've basically, like, reverse engineered this thing. So you tell him enough that he sort of, like, gets the idea that you are made it, and he says, "Oh, wow." He says, well, your work is the basis for a lot of the science that we do around here. I have no clue why you would make this invention, but the technology behind it is just unfathomable. He says, "I would certainly like to collaborate with you on some of the projects that we're working on in the future."
And I'm having flashbacks to the I need to work with an enemy vision through time. I need to sleep with the gnome, apparently. What does this gnome look like?
He's just sort of like your average, like, dude gnome. You know, he's got maybe a little stubble, and he's got sort of, standard gnome body parts, I guess. He's kind of thick.
2 C's or K?
Huh? Say what?
This is ass clap.
Is he thick with 2 C's or with a CK?
It was CK.
Oh, the professor is not that interested. If the money is right, perhaps we could work together and I could overlook your racial deficiencies.
Roll on charisma, please.
What the fail? 1, -1, 1.
Okay, cool. He's offended for sure. He just sort of like stops talking to you altogether now, and it's going to take him some time to process that. Also,
I'm going to try to take the smelloscope down.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna shuffle up and start playing with it.
As soon as you get near it, about 5 of them ride up on their chicken dragons. They're wyverns, and sort of like start trying to force you back. One of them looks at you and he's like, "Do I know you? I swear I've seen you before."
I'm gonna be like, I don't know. Could you try touching my hand real quick?
He
I'm gonna
says,
hold my hand up like a high five.
he looks at your hand and it's all wrinkly and gross, and he says, "Nah."
Maria's gonna be like,
Well,
"Oh
can I
shit,
get-
you can ride those?" And I'm gonna try and ride the one we brought back.
When he doesn't go for him, we're like, Melody, are we burning this?
Put it away.
Just turning my back completely on them.
As you try and mount the chicken dragon, the Weaverhen, a couple of gnomes come and sort of just like start taking it away from you, and like, so you found our lost property. They're like, where did you find it?
In the woods, about 10 hours north of here.
They say 10 hours north. He says, did you find traces of who might have stole it?
We found tracks, but we haven't tracked that one down yet. So for now, all we got is the animal.
One of them pulls out a map and says, could you mark on the map and show us the location of where you might have found it? Let's go to a map real quick.
Yeah, so we're gonna go like, where are we right now?
We're in the town of Ugreen, which is right here.
Could say it was right by the riverbank.
I would say it's like up here, right?
Okay. All right. So, all right. So he sort of makes a notation on the map and he says, okay, well, thank you. And then the foreman, he let's get back to where we were. Sure. So the foreman pulls out a coin purse and he says, well, we greatly appreciate your aid in this matter, and he hands you the 50 gold. And he says, and we are in dire need of help with our other problem, as you just saw. I said we're won't be able to provide you with any more funds if we're not around to do so. He says it certainly is a pressing problem for us.
All right. Mist would like to spout lore on criminal activity in a way to stop the guards.
Okay.
Like if anyone knows anything that could be held against them or anything like that.
All right.
Aw, I wanted to be on Team Guard.
Yeah, roll on
We'll see.
intellect for spout lore.
They have my smell of skirt. They must die.
That's a 7.
Cool. So you don't know of any specific way to stop the guards, but you certainly have like they're coming basically tomorrow. But obviously you know that if you could somehow distract them with something else, whether it be something criminal activity they have to deal with, or some other like large event that they may have to deal with to sort of distract them, that would certainly be a way to delay anyways their visit to the gnomes. You also know that you could probably do if you could like deplete their resources in some way or cause a shortage, like I said, anything to sort of distract them from that would be a way to stop them.
Like a massive trip to Sleepy
Now-
Time Junction.
Now, obviously, you know that they're doing some shady things, but no one around here is really going to care about that too much. You could certainly report them more to like the dwarven government at large, but that would take days to do because it'd be the next largest town would be Macritir, which you've not been to before necessarily. And that Macritir, I think, would probably be a 4 or a 5 day travel away. Maybe 6 from where you're at now. I'd have to look at the map, but certainly pretty far. You wouldn't be able to accomplish that in a day's time.
Now, let's not forget, we do still have the option to check out the pet shop to distract them.
Yeah, we probably should do that.
Yep.
All right.
Or, we could set fire to the guards area.
I mean, I'm wanting to burn down the gnomes.
I'll
Or
let you know
turn
now,
myself
Maria
into a
can't
dragon.
really fuck with the guards too much since her mom works in this town.
Yeah, but, hey,
So I'm just letting you know it's got to be something that Maria can't see.
DM, is it going to be a full moon tonight?
No.
Oh, damn. I'll just send the professor to go talk to him.
But you don't know that.
Shit. I guess
I
we're
mean,
going to have
I'm-
to distract him by doing the investigation.
Right.
I'm eyeing that smelloscope, though.
Yeah. Or, I mean, it's still the evening. You can do something entirely different right now and worry about that, tomorrow. Or, that would be next week's campaign, but...
Yeah.
So,
So you're still in here with the gnome. Do you give him an answer right now, or do you tell him like it's something you'll work on or think about or whatever?
it's something we have to work on. Like, we don't have an answer right now.
Yeah. I mean, you can just let it go down, right? You have no allegiance to the gnomes necessarily.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
For that matter, we could help the guards and get that 50 gold from that, too.
The guards aren't offering any money.
Yeah, there's going to
for
be an
the
audience.
gnomes.
With
There is
a
a quest to take down the gnomes, and that's worth 50
Yeah.
gold. But you don't know the issuer of that quest. You just know that it is a quest that is wanting to be done.
It is probably the professor.
He better pay up.
You don't know what he has. He doesn't know what he has.
Yeah, that is true.
That's not wrong.
I just know he's about to transform into a giant eagle and cacaw his way out of here with that smelloscope. So if no one has any other plans, he's about to go dramatic Maleficent for a moment.
Should we just let it happen?
As y'all are debating,
Yeah, fuck it. Let him do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let them
as
do it.
y'all are debating, he goes, I have an idea. He's going to clap his hands together and in a whoosh of feathers,
Dear
hopefully.
Lord.
Please. That's a 6. That's 5. So, yeah, I definitely got it.
Okay.
And I don't think I can maximize polymorph. I was trying to be like, can I maximize it? There's nothing really. I could do 2 targets. I could clap my hands and then go Melody's an eagle 2 for some reason.
That sounds-
Melody, do you want to be an eagle 2?
I do.
No, the professor would totally do it. He's going to be like, caca, and then just slap you on the back, and now you're an eagle. I'm going to maximize it, and as the downside of maximizing, I will lose it for the rest of the day.
Okay.
So, when I touch a creature, I reshape them entirely. They stay in the form you craft until you cast a spell. I will describe the new shape I craft, including any stat changes, significant adaptations, or major weaknesses. The GM will tell me then one or more of these. You get to decide whether I have an unstable or temporary form, whether my mind will be altered as well, or if I have an unintended benefit or weakness.
Your mind is altered. You become obsessed with
Shiny.
no.
Oh.
You become obsessed with eating chicken dragons.
Oh,
Oh, dear God.
jeez.
The,
So
uh,
who was intending to transform
the-
and fly up at the scope?
the
Now
wyverns.
there's 2 giant eagles
Yeah,
that will with hands.
the wyverns. So
Yes. So me and Melody are about to go on a killing spree.
Cool. This won't turn out bad at all.
That was unintended, but I love it.
Mist sees them turn into eagles and instantly knows this is not good and leaves.
Did you just like nope out?
Yeah, I nope out. I'm out. I don't want to fuck with this.
Okay.
Maria's running
I will
for whatever
say for the-
back
Literally, Mist goes,
into.
I need a fucking drink, and goes to the bar. That's where you're going to find him. He's
So-
at the tavern.
So they're mid transformation, and you were just like, later, guys. I'm going for a drink.
Oh, I've seen the professor do shit like this before, and I don't want to even deal with it.
Okay. All right. What is and what is Maria doing?
Ow.
Maria sees him transforming and knows nothing's good's gonna come out of this, so she's running towards wherever they just took Gilbert to.
Okay. All right. So
Seems safer than out in the open.
you guys transform. Let's see. Let's
Can
do
I
this.
swap my intelligence and my strength in this form?
Sure, that's fine.
Sweet.
Um,
Alright.
So, what is your first action as eagles?
I was originally, as I'm transforming, I'm gonna grab it and fly away, and as soon as I transform, all I can think is, food! And you just hear this loud screech, and I fly at one of the whip hens that the gnomes are riding on.
Okay, all right. And what does Melody do?
Unfortunately, if I'm sticking to character, I guess I also have the same problem.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright.
Cool.
Looks like
Mental
we're going to attack some
deficiency.
dinner.
Let me get you both to roll. Actually, let me get you to roll on dexterity real quick.
Me as well.
Oh, God.
It's a dexterity different in this form. I would say it's probably more dexterous than
Yeah.
the professor.
It's let's say you both get a. I mean, because you're eagles, you're pretty dexterous, right? So let's all say you both have a +2 to dex.
Oh, thank God.
Okay. 3, 4. That's a 9.
It's
Okay.
an 8.
Cool. You both snatch a wyvern in your talons, and as you're flying up, gnomes start shooting arrows at you. You both get caught or get grazed by an arrow. The professor takes 2 damage, and then Melody takes just 1 damage as you're grazed by arrows, and you fly away with the wyverns. And you
Bursting through a window out into the
you
street.
burst through the window and fly towards the woods to devour the wyverns you've taken. What is Maria doing?
Maria's finding a back window to jump out of.
All right, cool.
As Mist is walking to the tavern, he hears the caw and goes, I fucking knew it.
let me get Maria to roll on Constitution for jumping through a window.
3.
You get shredded!
No, you go to jump out the
just
window.
slit your
You
throat.
just hit it and fall back. you go to jump like, and you just fall back.
Oh my gosh.
It's hilarious.
The gnomes surround you. You have like 8 gnomes surrounding you right now. What do you say or do?
You're like, roll to seduce.
I don't want to die.
Oh god, do not make the little one. Do not make that one seduce.
She's legal.
Technically.
I was
She's
like, I
done it
pictured her
before.
like a
Okay, so
16-year-old kid.
what are you doing, really?
She's just gonna try and run between them and get the fuck out. Hey!
Cool. Roll Defy Danger on Dex then.
12.
Cool. Yeah, you slip past him and you dart for the door then. And
You make Zoidberg noises.
they start chasing after you. So the two of you, you've landed in the trees just outside, and you're devouring the wyverns, and they're delicious.
I was going to say they're high in protein. Do we get any special powers?
Yeah. Well, they're high in protein and nutrient. you probably won't have to eat for like the next day.
Okay.
Also, your next shit's gonna be gigantic.
Yeah. Um,
We're gonna wake up from this with no memory of it and just the taste of blood and
Yeah.
feather.
so
Wouldn't be the first time.
Maria, you've run out of the logging facility. Where are you going?
I'm darting into the field.
Like at the nearby farm?
The farming field right there, yeah.
Okay, all right. Yeah. So you dart into the field, and as you're running through the field, you bump into a young halfling male who is tending the field, and you knock him over and you fall to the ground. And he's holding his head and he says, "Ow! What the hell? What are you doing?"
I'm gonna jump up, throw my cape on him, and keep running.
All right. Roll. Let's roll. Let's roll dex on throwing the cape on him, I guess, and escaping.
That's a 7.
All right. You throw your cape on him, but it doesn't cover him entirely. He does get a pretty good glimpse at you as you just run away.
While I'm running, I'm like, "Here you go. Sorry for your trouble."
Yeah. He says, "Wait!" and he holds his hand up as you run away.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Cinderella story with a cape.
And you escape. And Mist, what are you doing over the inn? You just hanging out?
I'm just drinking a beer, man.
Cool.
Happy that I wasn't part of whatever chaos just happened.
Yeah. Fluffy brings you a beer and says to you basically, is like, "So I hear Maria is following you around. Is she behaving herself?"
Yeah, she's actually been quite a help.
Yeah. He says, "That's good to hear. You know where she's at right now?"
She's hanging around with Melody.
Says, "Oh, well, I don't know that I like too much her hanging around with bards. You know how they can be."
Sure do.
I'm gonna walk in at this time, just a little bit out of breath.
As the rogue.
Cool. So she sees you walk in. She's like, "Why are you breathing so hard?"
Morning, Jug.
It's like it's definitely not the morning anymore.
I know.
She looks outside and she says, "But it's, you know what? I just don't want to know." And she goes back to the serving other customers.
Smart. I'm gonna get on the floor now.
So Melody and the professor are in trees, and after you finish your meals, you sort of revert back to your human forms, but you're still in the trees. What do you do?
Cast sleep on yourself. Do it.
Oh my god. The professor looks around and goes, "I taste chicken. What are we doing here, Melody? And where's my smelloscope? Those gnomes stole it again."
when I come out of my form, I don't realize I've fully come out of my form, so I start trying to caw, and then I realize that I am no longer covered in feathers and I'm in a tree. And I'm like, something tastes wrong. and then I look down, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna need to get out of this tree.
Yeah. So at the base of the tree on the ground, there's like a pile of like feathers and bones.
This is not the craziest thing that has happened to me.
Yeah. So you're pretty high in the tree. Let's roll Defy Danger on Dex for getting out of the tree.
Yay!
Please fail, please fail.
Oh, I failed so hard.
Yeah. What about the professor?
That is a 7. I didn't fail as bad as I wanted.
Okay. Yeah. You sort of like go to shimmy down the tree. You hit a few branches on your way down, but you managed to land.
I got a 3.
Yeah.
I
Melody,
straight up dead fall.
Melody's still having the sense of being an eagle. Goes to fly out of the tree, and then just falls to the ground. Yeah, you're gonna take just like 2 damage. You're okay.
Yeah.
As you fall to the ground on the pile of bones below you, you sort of distinctly have an understanding that the carcass of a
I do collect the bones and feathers, though.
Sure do. Sure do.
For later.
So, how do you intend to get? Where do you guys intend to go from here?
I guess we're gonna go find the others because that's happening. Very, very careful to avoid gnome suspicion.
Yeah.
I very much doubt that we're gonna need to do the pet quest now.
So, you guys arrive. Well, actually, you know what? You don't. You start heading towards the inn. But as you're walking towards the end, you're trying to make a circle around, obviously where the gnomes are. But as the inn comes into view, you see a group of gnomes riding towards the inn on their in their wyverns, and that's where we're going to close for the night with you guys seeing the gnomes riding towards the inn, and we'll open up with that next week.
And the professor's mouth waters.
So,
yes! Somebody else!
Yeah.
Great.
You have a taste for halfling, I have a taste for wyvern.
Well, apparently so do I.
So, yeah.
Supernatural KFC.
Yeah. So,
I look forward to seeing what you can do with me casting polymorph.
Yeah. So, yeah, you guys will, so we'll do next week with things. Thanks for anyone that's watching. We much appreciate you watching the stream. And I always encourage people who are watching to please comment and add commentary. Like I said, I'm not above taking suggestions from the audience about what to do in the game. So, you always have the opportunity to make it way more horrible. So, thanks again for watching.